What's up, you guys? SlimXTeamSymmetry here to bring you guys a new video today. Here to bring you guys the third episode of my new segment here on this channel called Potential This Format. And I'm going to be talking about Karakuri, Geargia, Karakuri, whatever you want to call it. Maybe you can just call it Geargia. Fine by me, fine by a lot of players. I wanted to talk about this deck because this deck recently has just like exploded in the meta of this game. I've noticed a lot of people are posting on Facebook groups looking for Geargia stuff. They're looking for mostly armors and just small Geargia stuff like Geargia gear and other cards. And I noticed that ever since Sam Pedigo won with his super duper anti-meta Geargia deck, everyone's been wanting to run Geargia. Once again, this was just a sample list I was sent. Um, by someone on Facebook. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, this is probably a bad list." Don't ever pay attention to this. I only ever keep cards in here just to give you guys the main basics. Like you guys know about the armors, you know about the accelerators, you know about the arsenals. Some decks run two, some decks run three. I mean, it's just player preference. You know about the Karakuri engine in Nishipachi and the Saizons to make your level 7s, to make your level 8s, to make your burritos and your berets. I know it's burrito, but burritos because I'm hungry. But yeah, I wanted to just talk about how much potential this deck has this format, and I gotta be straight up honest. This deck has a ton of potential this format. This is definitely another underrated deck that people are forgetting about this format. And Geargia just had that potential of being able to just go off with a single Geargia armor, flipping armor, searching what you need, special summoning accelerator, special summoning multiple accelerators, going into your Gear Giant X and getting your combos off is crazy. Not only that, the way they work in unison with these tuners, they do run four tuners, the two Saizon, the one Nishipachi, and the one Birdman. It's kind of crazy the combos you can do. I've watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh games where they'll end up making a beret, and beret lets you change position of one of the monsters. So basically, what you can do is you can manipulate Geargia armor, which is really cool. And being able to flip it back up, being able to get another plus, being able to continue with your combos is insane. These two Karakuri monsters, Beret and Burrito, really bring a lot to the field for this deck. It's something that the deck takes full advantage of, and it does it really well. Karakuri spam out Beret and Burrito in their main deck, but when you're able to combine it with a strong machine engine like this, to where you're able to like spam out rank 4 XYZs as well as control the board with powerful synchros, it proves to be like one of the best and most optimal decks in the format for the fact that you get around pretty much everything. You can get around problematic water decks by making a quick Dweller. You have instant access to Dweller because you have level 4 monsters. You're able to pretty much get around anything. You're able to make your Gear Giants to get your pluses. You're able to make your Maystrokes, your Dire Wolf, whatever you need to get over problematic cards. And what I like about this deck is that it really does explode. And if you don't have Maxi or Effect Failure to stop the Gear armor, you're probably going to lose because even if you negate the Gear armor, you know, if they have an accelerator in hand, they're just going to drop it and then they're going to go right into their Gear Giant X or whatever play they need for that turn. And that makes the deck just very functional. Another thing is the three MK2s. And it's really cool. When it's normal flip summon, you special summon a Gear monster from your hand and graveyard and face up defense position. It's like what's a relation to Wind Up Rat, which is really cool. And of course, Geargiano is the main guy. You're able to tribute this and then bring back a level 4 machine, special summon it. Basically, it's just to continue on with more crazy combos. And you're also able to do things like with that, with Geargiano and the MK2s. Really cool what the deck can do. Chris LeBlanc, the homie Chris, is one of the most well-known Geargia players along with Sam Pedigo. They have the best builds for this deck. So you guys can always just go check that out on YouTube, check out their builds, and you'll see like the main strategies and the way to play the deck and read articles and stuff on that. What I really like about this deck, though, besides the versatility, is the fact that they just keep getting better cards, like Geargia Gear. So this card is just stupid because it lets you just basically bring out whatever you need, and then you're able to just go off from there. So using the Geargia Gear with the Geargianos is just stupid. Like being able to make your plays and make them go off is insane. I heard a lot of Geargia players say if they resolved Geargia Gear, they probably won. because if it resolves and then you go off, like I mean, like if your opponent doesn't have Maxi or Veiler, it really sucks. I'm gonna be making a video on this channel talking about side deck options and main deck options, and I think the first thing I'm gonna talk about is hand traps. I'm gonna talk about how versatile hand traps are in this format. Mainly Maxi, Veiler, Swift Scarecrow, all the ones that everyone's used before, Battle Fader, etc. I'm gonna talk about basically those four, but the main focus is gonna be on Veiler and Maxi. Another thing, this deck can main deck or side deck Maxi quite easily. This deck has a very versatile side deck. You can side whatever you want. Pedagos sided like 5 cards and just triplicates of them, so it really it really showed how versatile a deck can be. When you can side deck only 5 cards and just max out on them and not really lose anything when you side deck, it's awesome. So that's another thing I really like about this deck. And I'd say another thing that gives this deck huge potential is the ability to include Upstart Goblin to make the deck 37 cards, and not only that, but it lets you draw to your combo faster, and you don't really hinder from life points because you can just pretty much go off and just like beat your opponent down so fast that the extra 1,000 really doesn't mean anything. But I think like the main thing I like is I like the inclusion of cards like Call the Haunted. Being able to bring back cards like Geargia Armor is really good. Reflip it and then flip it during your turn. It's awesome. More ways to get your combos off. Basically, you know, you don't have Monster Reborn, so Call the Haunted, just a slower Monster Reborn. And then Trap Stun. This is the card I just want to talk about. Trap Stun is amazing in this deck. You Trap Stun, you don't have a Maxi or Veiler or a way to stop them, it's going to suck because they're going to Trap Stun and they're just going to go off with Beret, Burrito, and just like kill you. It's kind of crazy. I've seen it happen before. The deck's really, really good though, and that's what I like about this deck. It has so much potential this format, but the fact that it can just do so much. The fact where you have a deck that can spam out rank 4s, it can use versatile level 7 and level 8 synchros, and it can pretty much combat every deck in the format and just bounce back with a single card like Geargia Gear or Call the Haunted. Proves that the deck is just one of probably the best options in the format. I don't know what these cards are going for. According to here, they're going for like as high as 14, as low as like $9.75, say $10. So basically, this deck is not super expensive. The extra deck isn't that expensive either. People don't know, Giant X has been reprinted, Burrito, Beret have been reprinted, all these cards have been reprinted, so pretty simple to get all the extra deck cards. As for the main deck, like you just gotta find people who have it. These tuners are all common. Birdman's at 1, so it's not worth anything. The MK2s and the Geargiano are common and rare. Accelerators, depending on if you're trying to bling out the deck or whatever, they come super. Accelerators, I think, are still rare. I don't remember. They might have become super, but the deck's pretty simple to get. It's a really good deck. I like it a lot. I think a lot of people are going to see just how versatile the deck is. You can watch a lot of channels here that show you how to do all the combos. Jamie the Kid 000, Star Trek Duelist X, all these channels will show you the proper combos with this deck, so you can always just tune into them to check out how to properly run this deck. But I think that this is a great format for this deck. The deck's very versatile, the deck's very brutal, and the deck is just, it has a very controlling aspect to it. Not only does it run a bunch of real back row, it runs a bunch of back row hate. Probably should be a third MST in here, but that's one thing I noticed already. But yeah, like running MSTs and Trap Stun in a single deck, like just pretty much says no to all back row, which is awesome, so that you can just get off all your combos. And sometimes you can just make it to where you can stop at a certain point if you do get Maxi or Veiler, and you can still be in a good position, which I like. So I do like the versatility of this deck, and I feel it does have a lot more potential than people are giving it credit for. It's definitely in the top 5, if not top like 10 decks for this upcoming format. But anyways, that's all I want to say on it. I want to open this episode up once again in the comments section to you guys below. Definitely give me your opinions. If you're a Geargia Karakuri player, let me know your options. Do you play this version? Do you play the Machina version? I know some people do play the Machina version with Gear Frame and Machina Fortress and Cannon. Just, you know, comment below with what your thoughts are. This is of course the Geargia Karakuri. I'm just gonna call it Geargia, so you can be as open as you want with your comments. If you like the Karakuri build or if you like the Machina build, whatever player preference is. I feel the Karakuri build is a little more stable, just for the fact that you can make Beret and Burrito quite easily, and you can do a lot of crazy plays with it. But anyways, in the comments below, let me know what you guys think of the deck. Do you think the deck is good? Do you think it's all hype? Do you think the deck will die down? Do you think Cyber Dragon kills this deck? A lot of people say so, but then they can just bounce back next turn. I think System Down is the one problem to this deck. System Down could hit them pretty hard. Depends on when you activate it. Depends if you draw it. Like, I mean, there's so many situations to where decks will be good or not. But anyways, comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely check out my new team. Team Cloud 916, definitely check them out. For those of you who don't know, I joined up with my boy Rob and their team a couple days ago. Just definitely subscribe to them and go and like their Facebook page. It's all in the description below, so please be sure to check that out and just leave your thoughts on Geargia, Karakuri, and Geargia in general this upcoming format. That's all I got to say, you guys. Thank you for watching.